What you feel may be real, but it's not always true. What you feel may be real, but it is not always true. And you need to understand that. Every word you speak must be true. The Bible says that life and death are in the power of the tongue. Alright guys, I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Thank you. This is the part B of the video. Alright, so if you haven't seen the part A, please go and see the part A. Alright, if you haven't seen the part A, go and see the part A, because you won't understand where I was coming from, and I can't go back. I'll just continue from where I stopped. So go and see the part A. Thank you so much for seeing the part A if you have. Alright, so let's continue from where we stopped. But before I do that, I want to say a big welcome to you. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. If this is your first time, God bless you. Like I said, go and see the part A. Yeah, if you're my friend and you want to support me, I love you so much. Really, I love you so much from the depth of my heart that you are doing this for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so like I said, you have to do 5 things for us to go further. All right, like this video right now. Just hit the like. Please, just like. It won't cost you anything. I mean, I won't take your money if you like it. All right, so subscribe also to this YouTube channel. Yes, third thing is to turn on the notification bell. All right, so turn on the notification bell. The fifth is to drop a comment and say no more negative words. No more negative words. Now, the fifth thing is, by the end of this video, please, I would love that you share this video on your status or your Facebook page for me, so that more people can see it and they will be blessed. I promise you, they will be blessed. If you are blessed, please go ahead, share it. If you're not, then please don't share it at all. All right, so we were reading James chapter 3 from verse 1, but I started to read from verse 3, and we were in verse 4, where I said a small, rather on a huge ship in the hand of a skillful captain sets a course in the face of the strongest wind. It is not about the strongest wind, it's about the skill of the captain and a small rudder that he has. All right, verse 5 says, a word out of your mouth may seem of no account, but it can accomplish nearly anything or destroy it. I'll read that again. A word out of your mouth may seem of no account, but it can accomplish anything, nearly anything, or destroy it. You see, so when we speak, we think it is of no account. We think it is not doing anything. Little by little, they say the tree is chopped down. But when you speak, you think it is not doing anything. It is actually working. Every single word a man speaks accomplishes something. Every single word. It's a build-up. Every single word accomplishes something. So verse 5 says, when you speak a word, you feel like it has no account, but it can accomplish nearly anything or destroy it. It only takes a spark, remember, to set off a forest fire. It only takes a spark to set up a forest fire. So every little word you speak accomplishes something. Now let's go to verse 6. It says, a careless or wrongly placed words out of your mouth can do that. It can set a forest on fire. That's what it's saying. It can do that. By our speech, we can ruin the world, turn harmony into chaos, throw mud on a reputation, send the whole world up in smoke, and go up in smoke with it. Smoke right from the pit of hell. Wow. Really, wow. This is wowing. I mean, this is amazing. That just by saying a word, you can ruin the world. You can ruin the entire world you live in. And it went for that to say that you can turn harmony into chaos. Now, let me tell you, if you notice you're quarreling and fighting in your home, one of the most effective way I've figured out, I've heard from teachings that you can avoid that, is to be quiet. If you are not quiet, then say the right words. If you can't say the right words, then never say anything. I'm telling you. It is better to be quiet. I know none of them is even good, but it is better, if you ask me, it is better to be quiet than to say the wrong words. Really. It is better to be quiet than to say the wrong words. So I want to say to you, if you change your words, you can change your world. Whatever you are living in right now, whatever, I'm telling you, whatever, I don't care what sickness it is. I don't care what difficulty it is. I don't care what chaos it is. Whatever you are living in right now, if you can change your words about yourself and about your situation, you can change your world and your life. The Bible says Jesus sent forth his word and it healed them of their diseases. His word healed them of their diseases. So he spoke words of healing. You know, when I started in the first video, I said words has the ability to hurt, to harm, to heal, to humiliate, and to humble a man. So what have your words been doing for you? Really, you have to put them into work. Really, you have to put them to work for you, not to work against you. I'm telling you, you have to put them to work for you, not to work against you. So now let's go further. Let's talk about some of the problems of speaking negative words, all right? The first problem of speaking a negative word is that you start believing what you are saying. So like I said, if you say you are ugly, with time you will start believing and you will become actually ugly. You start seeing yourself as ugly. If you say you are kind, you are brilliant, you are beautiful, you start believing that. What happens is that your subconscious believes that. So by saying a word 1 or 2 times, it doesn't register into your subconscious until you say it over and over and over again. Repetition, they say, is the pathway to mastery. So if you repeat something over and over again, you start becoming a master of it. Your life starts going in that direction. You can do it without even thinking. All right. So I have learned over the years that when you are struggling with a bad habit and then you want to change this habit or you want to stop this habit, you can do it by several other ways. But one of the most effective is that you get a piece of paper. And by the way, I learned this from Pastor Poju. You get a piece of paper and imagine, let your subconscious think about those moments where those thoughts came up and you fell into that sin. It's what your subconscious knows. So every time you have that thought, you immediately commit that sin. So what you do is get a piece of paper and write down the reverse of that action. So every time this thought comes, you do this instead and not what you usually would do to fall into that sin. You do the opposite of what you would usually do to fall into that sin. Write it down. I know you say, but I don't do that. Yes, just write down what you would want to do instead of doing the opposite thing or instead of falling into that same bad habit, all right? So let's take, for instance, you smoke and you want to quit smoking. So you write down, every time I have the urge to smoke, I will do this instead of going to buy a cigarette, all right? So when you write that down, write that down for whatever you want to stop or whatever you want to break, and sit down and read it to yourself 100 times. Without any distraction, read it over and over again 100 times. What happens is that your words registers it into your subconscious, and unknowingly, whenever you find yourself in that position, because you have said it over and over and over and over to yourself, your words now begin to create the life you want to live or the things you have been saying. And then when you are in the face of that temptation or that bad habit, you find yourself doing the opposite. That's the thing you have said you would do. All right, you find yourself doing that which you have said you would do. All right, so one of the problems is that you start believing what you have said over the years. So you have to say the right things. Let it register in your subconscious. Let the right words register in your subconscious. Now, the second problem of speaking negative words is that your life produces what you believe. Jesus was speaking to the man who brought his son to him who was possessed, and then he said that if you can, please, Jesus, heal him. And Jesus said, if I can, nothing is impossible for him that believes. Jesus was saying it is not about me. It's about the belief of the person. So I don't even have to pray for him. If this person believes that he can be healed by himself, if he says the word to himself, he will be healed. So Jesus said, do you believe? And he said, I believe, Lord, help my unbelief. And Jesus immediately rebuked the spirit, and the spirit left the boy because the man believed. So it wasn't really the disciples' problem, because the man said to Jesus, your disciples have tried it, they have not healed him. It was both the disciples and the man's problem. Both of them had unbelief. Yes, the both of them had unbelief. So now the solution to this is that you have to start by writing out a group of words you say out loud consciously and replace them with positive words. Start by writing out a group of words you say out loud consciously and replace them with positive words. Those words you say consciously, like maybe unconsciously rather, those words you say unconsciously, write them out. Words like I am very stupid. How didn't I think about it? Or words like I'm dead, I'm finished, this would never work, I would never be successful, or I'm crazy. Write them out. All those words you say unconsciously, write them out and replace them with positive words. Yes, replace them with positive words. Like words like, instead of you to say I'm stupid, why not you say I'm great, I just made a mistake and I'll learn from it. Instead of you saying I'm ugly, Say, I am beautiful and I am yet to discover the full depth of my beauty. Instead of you saying that this will never work, why not say this may be difficult, but if I persist, it's going to work. All right. So change the entire words you speak with positive word. Secondly, I want you to immediately correct yourself every time you say the wrong words. Every time you catch yourself saying the wrong words about yourself, immediately correct yourself. All right. If you say something like, I'm crazy, immediately correct yourself. Or this can't happen. Immediately correct yourself and say, no, this can happen. Don't let it slide. Don't say, I have made a mistake. Correct yourself immediately. The third thing I would need you to do is that you have to be intentional about what you say. You must think it through. Connect your brain with your mouth. Don't just say things. Intentionally process your thoughts before you your thoughts, yes, before you say them. Intentionally think about the things you have to say. All right. Now, the fourth thing I want you to do is at least be kind to yourself. Be kind. First, be kind to yourself. Say kind words to yourself. If you have failed so many times, I know sometimes it's difficult, but it's possible. Say kind words to yourself. Say, I'm learning. You take your time. This would work out well. Be kind to yourself. Say you have done well. Over the years, you have struggled, but you have done well. You are heading somewhere. We have made progress. Be kind to yourself. Take yourself out and tell yourself, well done, man. Well done. You have done well. I love you. You are doing well. Keep pressing on. All right. So, yeah, those are the things I want to share with you on today's episode. Be very careful of the things you say. If you want to live where you are, start with your words. All right, start with your words. All right, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I love you, really. I love you so much. And every time you spend time to watch my videos, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. All right, I'm very grateful. So, like I said, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, drop a comment, and share this video. All right, share this video so that your friends can see it. God bless you. I'll see you again in my next video. I'll be talking about something exciting, so you would want to turn on that notification bell. All right, God bless you. And yes, have an amazing life. Bye.